And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this Thursday night edition of Biz Talks. My name is Fred Holmes. I'm an independent distributor for Ziegler International, and I endorse this message. I'm getting way too much into the politics things these days, so forgive me. Listen, welcome to each and every one of you. Especially happy to have so many of our new distributors with us this evening. And I know there's a number of you that are invited guests, and so I want to extend a very special welcome to you because that's really what this broadcast is all about. And you might be joining us, after the fact on the recording on the YouTube channel, which is fine. But what we want to do this evening, we're going to take a few minutes this evening, and it's really focused to those of you that were our invited guests. You might be, have a friend or a family member, maybe a coworker, has been talking to you about Ziegler. Maybe you've been using our products, and you're starting to get pretty excited about the results you're getting on our products. So you've been hearing about the income opportunity that's available to those of us that run a home-based business in association with Ziegler. And that's what we want to do this evening, is want to take a few minutes, share with you a little bit about what we do, give you a chance to hear from a few people that have been involved with us, and give you an opportunity to get a better feel for who we are. Because, when you're joining Ziegler International, you're going to find yourself in great company. You're going to find us, first of all, we're really nice people, okay? And I'm not saying that tongue in cheek. We are. We're really nice people. And you're going to find people just like you. You're going to find people that are, retirement age, people in my age and older, maybe looking for a way to supplement their retirement, to have a little bit more fun in retirement. Maybe they didn't quite prepare for retirement like they wanted to. Opposite end of the spectrum, you're going to find millennials here, young people who, they got into the workforce after, years of schooling, and they found it really wasn't what they were looking for. They wanted something to be involved in, something they could be passionate about, feel like they're making a contribution, and not wanting to be locked into the corporate mentality of, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, locked in a cubicle. You'll find young couples here looking for a way to generate that extra, $200 or $300 a week, something that would make the family budget a little bit more, young couple friendly, right? Maybe even looking for a way to generate a full-time income from home on a part-time basis, where maybe one of the parents could stay home and raise the children. You're going to find, single moms, single dads. You're going to find, professionals, people who have, above average incomes and careers, but have become disenchanted with what they do. And they're looking for a path to be able to replace a substantial income and doing something that they truly enjoy and can be passionate about. You will find yourself in good company here in Ziegler International. And for me personally, when I was first exposed to this concept of having a home-based business, commonly referred to as, relationship marketing or network marketing or maybe multi-level marketing. When I was first introduced to that concept, this goes back 35 years ago. I was a cross-country truck driver. I was a much younger man back then. And while I loved driving trucks, I mean, that was probably the best job I ever had. And I had a million jobs, between the time I started working and hit my early 30s. This was the only one that I could do, that I was actually stayed at for more than a year at a time. I loved driving trucks. Here was my problem. The income that I had from that job was not going to provide for the most important thing in my life, which was to take care of my older son as he was entering school age. I had a special needs son. I was going to have to provide significant amounts of financial resources to provide for his needs. But equally important, I was going to need to have time freedom in my day-to-day schedule to be able to be with him. And this vehicle of network marketing has fulfilled on all those promises and so many more that I never even knew were going to be things that would come up in the future where I would have that need. When it was first explained to me, it just made so much sense. The way it was addressed was, here's a company, it's got some good products that I would probably want to use. And if I use these products and enjoyed them, there would probably be friends of mine that would be interested as well, and some of them would buy those products and they could buy them from me, and I could start to make some income. And some of those friends might be just like me. who would have friends that might be interested in the products, and they could become distributors and sell them. And it made so much sense that over a period of time, that I could create a consumer base that would then spin off, eventually a full-time income. And because of the nature of what we market, our, health-based products, people would become used to using them. They'd keep on using them. It could become a residual income. And so I got involved, and I was very fortunate to be involved with people that had become incredibly successful in this business model. They did it as professionals, and I was able to learn how to do it from those people. Now, Ziegler International, our company, we're a family-based company. It's a family-owned company. We've been in business now approaching 15 years. We've done extremely well. The company's done well over $1 billion in sales in that period of time, and it's been because of the ownership of our company. Owner of Ziegler International is a man named Ken Brailsford. Ken is arguably one of the most successful network marketing business owners in the history of network marketing, because he has created 2 previous companies that have gone on to become billion-dollar legacy companies. His 2 previous companies, one's been in business over 40 years, the other one's been in business over 30 years. Combined, they've done many billions, probably in the hundreds of billions of dollars in sales. And Ken launched Ziegler International at the end of 2005 because of our plant-based products, all based on the Moringa oleifera tree. Now, this botanical, the Moringa oleifera tree, it's become all the buzz over the last couple of years because of its incredible nutrient profile. And the results that people have been getting using our Moringa products, our Super Mix, our XM Plus, the results in many cases have been nothing less than miraculous. And it's created such a loyal consumer base. I've been involved with the company now just over 12 years. I've got customers that have ordered these products every single month for over 12 years. And that's a sign of the quality of our products. Now, today, something is about to happen that, in my opinion, will come down to be one of the most exciting and spectacular things that's ever happened in the history of network marketing. We are in the process of merging with an industry giant, Isagenix, out of Phoenix, Arizona. Now, Isagenix, this company, so similar to our company. It's a family-owned company. It's been founded on high quality health, nutrition, wellness products. Almost in 2 decades in business, they're over $8 billion in sales. They are a behemoth company, and they have sought to acquire Ziegler International, number one, because of our plant-based products. This is the future of the health and wellness profession, and we had the ultimate in plant-based products. Number two, they sought to acquire our company because of our people, because the culture of the Ziegler distributor base, who we are, was a perfect one-to-one blend with how they do business. And we're very excited about what's going to be happening over the next 60 to 90 days as we start to make this transition. This is our opportunity as Ziegler distributors to be in before the completion of this transition and to establish a base, because I'm going to tell you right now, some of the most phenomenal success stories in the profession of network marketing have yet to be developed, and they will be developed with this merger between Ziegler International and Isagenix. And so what I want to do right now is I want to introduce you to a couple of the people that have been working with us and kind of give you a feel for, one, who we are, and two, the potential that you might have if you are looking for those, those rare things that people seek, have such a hard time finding. And I think, as long as I've been around, I've been around a long time, I've never met anybody who really didn't want, an above average income. And if you're looking for something like that, or you're looking for the ability to have time freedom, to be able to, work from, where you want, when you want, with who you want. If you're looking for an opportunity to have more fun or more meaning in what you're doing, as your occupation or how you generate income, then I'm going to suggest to you, you really want to listen to these two folks because they have experienced the thing that, you know, both myself and many others have experienced through this profession in network marketing. First, I'm going to jump over from Southern California, where I live. I'm going to jump over to the Upper Peninsula of Wisconsin. I hope I got that right. I have Dr. Noreen Ziegler with us. I'm going to bring you over to this side, Noreen. I've had the chance to know Noreen now for, geez, over 10 years, maybe a bit longer than that. Her and her husband, Dan, they've become very good friends of mine. Kind of what happens in our type of business, it's very much a business of relationships. And Noreen, tap your screen and make sure we got your camera on. If you tap your screen, you'll bring up the little icon, and or maybe, did I mess up? You know what, Noreen, I'm gonna send you back and try again here. I may have messed up in bringing you over. So if the question was, is this live or recorded? I guess we answered that question just now, right? Promote to panelists. Okay, I think I got it right this time, Noreen. And let's see here. Double check and make sure that your camera is on, my dear. And I don't see that. Okay, now, can you hear me, Noreen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I can hear you too. Any chance you can get the camera going? If you, are you on your phone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tap the screen so you can bring up the icons and you will see a camera button. There you go. Ta-da! You got it, Noreen. How you doing?
I'm good, Fred. Thank you.
Oh, very good. Good to see you. Looking great. Well, I'll tell you. Well, we're not going to get into your story so far on the new program, but I asked Noreen to join us because Noreen is very much like a lot of professionals that we've worked with in the past, people that have had professional careers, looking for ways to maybe change their lifestyle. And Noreen, give me a short story. Tell me a little bit about, what was Noreen doing 10, 12 years ago before Ziegler? How were you introduced? What's been your experience with our company? What's happened for you and Dan? And what do you see happening in the future with our new acquisition?
Yeah, well, I learned about Ziegler from Pat Anderson 12 years ago. I was a very, very busy veterinarian and also had a nutritional practice, so I helped people as well. I am a certified nutritional counselor and valued helping people and pets. It's what I did. It's what I was passionate about. I learned about Moringa and Ziegler. It was all new to me. As a health professional, I definitely had to do a lot of homework. I had to research. It sounded, honestly, Fred, it sounded too good to be true. And I was proven wrong. It was not too good to be true. It was true. And Moringa absolutely, it just was such a huge contributor to the success of actually both my practices, but most importantly, the certified nutritional counselor. I started to share these amazing products. I was impressed by the results. It was sound. It was exciting. It really was. And just like you, I have people who've been consuming these products for 12 years, almost 12 years. And as I shared more, those folks shared it with other people. And next thing I knew, I was building quite a customer base of just that one product line. And, my practice was great. I had a holistic veterinary practice. I loved it. Dan was in law enforcement, and at 25 years of service, he desired to retire. And it started to make sense. The income that we had started to generate through Ziegler International and our successful ability to share these products and help a lot of people allowed us some options. And he retired. And you know what? About a year, year and a half later, we just, we realized we had other options. And why couldn't we move to our dream home that we had built up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan? And it just allowed us to have options. So in our mid-50s, we both retired from very busy practices and hectic lifestyle and moved up here to the UP and continued to be passionate though about Ziegler International and continued to share it with people we cared about, people who were looking for healthy solutions. And you know, we've got other additional distributors, but my passion is truly just helping people, you know, utilize these amazing products. So we continue to do that. I will say that as you grow and as you feel better and you get out of that hectic lifestyle, you start to kind of look at improving your own health and more fitness goals and more business goals. So this past year has been phenomenal in that. Yes, fitness goals, bicycle riding, cross-country skiing. Dan at age 60 bought his first set of downhill skis and he's enjoying that. So we're really enjoying life, but also saying, hey, you know, a year ago we introduced our Intune product, which is a transdermal CBD. That was very exciting for me. It allowed me to do a lot of research again and really, really amazed at what we have with that product line as well as our Moringa. And then you start to say, well, you know, what if you know, who doesn't want to lose 15 pounds and who doesn't want to get more fit? You know, most people do if they have a path and they have support and they have products that work. And so I couldn't be more amazed and more happy about our merge with Isagenix now. It's going to allow me in the next few years, several years. I really don't have a desire to stop doing what I do. But I really think Isagenix and Ziegler together is going to be just phenomenal for this next phase. Business-wise, product-wise, you know, we couldn't be more excited. We're unpacking our Isagenix stuff now, putting it together with our Super Mix and our Intune. Just everything is coming together right now. And very, very excited about your business leadership and mentorship for us, and really excited about the next decade. And Fred, in closing, I just have to say, the motto that we have had with Ziegler for so long applies more now than ever, and that's life unlimited. And that's what Dan and I are enjoying, and just more excited than we would have ever imagined. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Noreen, I always love hanging out with you and Dan. I remember the first time I met Dan was at a meeting, and I had met him before, but I saw a guy that looked like security standing at the rear door watching everybody, and I walked up, stood next to him. He kind of gave me the eye, and I said, "Are you Dan Ziegler?" And he goes, "Mm-hmm." Because I figured Dan out right away. Listen, I want one last thing before I let you go. Fellas, pay close attention. Noreen is one of several professional Ziegler distributors that their Ziegler income has been able to retire their husband early. Just saying. Hey, Noreen, thanks so much. Give my best to Dan. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, we'll let Noreen go back over to the other side. And folks, you know, we're not trying to tell you that, there we go. We're not trying to sell you everybody that gets involved in our business goes to the highest levels of income. Really, that has much more to do with what are your goals, what are your desires. You know, for me, it was when I first got involved in this profession, I did desire to make a significant income because it was going to require that. But using the same skill sets that will help you make, you know, $200 or $300 a week can help you make $2,000 or $3,000 a week. And for me, it was an opportunity to be able to raise my son, have an above level lifestyle, the time freedom to be with him, to be at all the soccer games and to participate in the practices. And literally in the space of 10 years, I was able to retire. And so by the time I, you know, hit my mid 40s, I was already able to do the things that people dream of doing when they hit their 60s. And it's such an incredible blessing to be able to do that. And what you do to accomplish that is help other people with their health and wellness, help other people with their financial security. Now, I'm going to go back over to the other side here. I'm going to bring my friend Mike Crane over. Now, Mike is an interesting fellow. I've known Mike here for several years. And again, an example of how your business partners become your friends. Mike, I'm going to bring you over to this side. Mike and his wife, Shauna, We've become very good friends. We've spent time together in the islands. It's always a hoot and a half whenever I get to hang out with Mike and Shauna. Mike, how you doing, buddy? Aloha.
Aloha, doing fantastic, buddy. How about you?
Really good, sir. Wish I was hanging out with you guys. Just a little backstory here. Mike and Shauna, because of Ziegler, they get to spend several months in the winter from their home in Alberta. They go to the Big Island, and we've hung out there together, and that's why you're looking so tan, and all your friends back in Edmonton, they still look pale white, don't they?
They're very pasty. Very pasty, you bet.
So let me just set this up, because Mike, I want you to take a minute or two and share your story. But when I first met Mike, he came right up to me. I was doing a presentation up in, I think it was Calgary or Red Deer, somewhere in Alberta. And he said, "Fred Holmes, I'm Mike Crane. We're in the same kind of industry." And what he didn't realize was, I was a truck driver. Mike owned a trucking company. A little bit different, little bit different deal there. But Mike, you've got a great story, because you represent so many, professional business owners that have found a path to create time freedom and residual income, and be able to do it starting on a part-time basis. Maybe talk to us a little bit about, what was Mike and Shauna doing before Ziegler? How'd you get introduced? What's happened with you since? And what do you see happening with this new merger with Isogenics?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you, Fred, I got introduced almost 9 years ago to the company, and Phil Jacobson is the one that introduced me, and thank God he was persistent, because he asked me to look at the information, and I was too busy. My wife and I at that time had 5 traditional businesses that we owned and operated. And they're small businesses. So, I mean, they were like screaming babies. We had to pay attention to whichever one things were going the worst in, if that makes sense. I mean, you had to fix things all the time. We were doing really well financially, but we didn't have any time to do anything or go anywhere or spend the money we were making, because we had 5 businesses. So Phil told me, he said, I really just want you to look at this, because I think it'll really make sense to you. And when I finally did tell him that I would look, he said, "Just tell me yes or no. Look and tell me yes or no. And either way is okay with me." So I called him back the next day, and I said, "Well, it's just going to have to be a no for me. I'm too busy." And he said, "You didn't look at the information I gave you, and that's the wrong answer for you." And I said, "Really? Wow, okay. So you're pretty passionate about what you're trying to show me." And he said, "Yes, I am." So his passion and his persistence won, guys. And I share that because somebody might tell you no, that you're kind of doing did they even look at the information? I hadn't looked at the information. He was right. So when I did, I got excited about what I saw. This is the best business model I think I've ever seen in my life. To this day, I love how this is structured and what we do and what we teach. So I got excited. I started right away. I started with the biggest package that Ziegler offered at that time, and got going with it. I wanted to maximize the compensation plan. I set some goals for myself that, with all the businesses that I was doing, this had to be the thing I was doing part-time. And I told my wife, I said, "Here, when I hit these goals," and my first goal was pretty simple. It was $250 a week residually. That's what I wanted to hit. And that doesn't sound like a lot, and it wasn't a lot to us. I mean, we were making all kinds of money. But what that meant to me was that if I could learn the system, the simple duplicatable system, and Phil, he promised that he would teach me what it was, and he did. It was simple to teach, and now I could teach it. And if I could duplicate that, where I could teach single moms that were working 3 jobs, trying to look after their kids, if I could teach those other couples that are each working a job and a half trying to make ends meet, if I could teach them how to do this part-time and make that extra $1,000 a month, that was going to be a big deal to these people. And that's what I set out to do. And it absolutely changed my world, because the more I taught other people, the bigger our business grew. And the more our business grew, in 90 days, I'd hit that goal, Fred, within 90 days. And I looked at Shauna, and I said, "Hey, look what's going on here. And this is residual. This isn't the bonuses. This isn't any of that other stuff. This is the residual." And she put her hands on her hips. You know my wife. She put her hands on her hips and she said, well, then get her done. So that's when I changed my focus from doing this part-time to saying, okay, the businesses are going to start to go away. And we sold off some of the businesses. We shut a couple down. We ended up where we just kept one. We kept our trucking company. And I focused on my Ziegler business. And that, again, like it just grew and grew. And we got to the point where even that first year, we were able to take off and go to Hawaii for 3.5 months. And we have every year since then. And that is because of our Ziegler business. And the fact that we can build this business from anywhere, to me, is the absolute best part. And we just love it. And, we're going to continue today. This merger with Isogenic has got me more excited, at least equally excited as I was not sure, shortly after I got going, when things really started to click. They're really starting to click again, Fred. And I can see that a lot of us are going to really double and triple our business sizes here in the next 2 to 3 years. With what we're doing, and it's going to start within the next 60 to 90 days, like you said. Mm-hmm. It's coming around the corner here, and it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Mike, I really appreciate it. You took time out of the middle of your day in Hawaii, but I know what you're doing, because I remember hanging out with you guys on the lanai one day and having we were having, I believe it was apple juice cocktails.
Right. Yes.
Apple juice cocktails. And we were actually building business right there from Lanai, watching the whales from your view there. So I appreciate you taking time to join us, Mike. And, mahalo, my friend.
Happy to. Thank you.
All right. We'll let Mike go back. Give my best to Shauna.
Will do. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Take care. So, folks, you've had a chance to hear from a couple of people. And I just kind of want to share this last thing with you in closing. Certainly, Noreen Ziegler, Dr. Ziegler, and her husband, they've done very well. But you have to understand, they joined our company because they were passionate about the products and focused on the product, and then continued to build. And over a period of time, they grew into more of the professional business side of our business. And because they were consistent and had long-term goals, they were able in a very short period of time to move into retirement and start enjoying the good life at a relatively young age. Mike Crane and his wife Shauna, busy professionals, no experience in our industry, but highly coachable and a burning desire to have a better lifestyle, sustain their high level of income, and have more fun in what they're doing. For me, it was the same thing. I went from being a cross-country truck driver, not overnight, but being able to retire within a decade. And that opened up so many different things for me. I was able to raise my first grandson and be a stay-at-home grandpa for several years. When my sons were on their own, it was time to come home and take care of my mom. I've built this Ziegler business part-time right from here. This is my little home office. Mom is just a few feet from me. 93 years old. We've had dementia issues we've dealt with for a few years. Yet I can still create an extraordinary level of income doing something I'm excited about every day while I take care of the most important thing to me, and that's my family. And folks, tonight was not designed to share with you every detail of how we build our business or every detail of our product. What I do want to do is I want to encourage you, if you see something here that might be a fit for you, get with the person that asked you to be part of the broadcast tonight or directed you to the YouTube channel and get the information you need. They'll provide you with that information, or they'll connect you with one of their leaders. Might be myself, might be Dr. Ziegler, might be Mike, one of the other leaders. Get the information, and then folks, make a decision for you. It could be simply to get in better health. Start using our products. Be one of our customers. Find out why so many people have literally had life-changing results in health and wellness through our nutrition products. For those of you that are ready to get started and be part of this great movement we are going through to build a billion-dollar legacy company, join us Saturday morning. This coming Saturday morning, we'll be hosting a very special new distributor training with an eye towards specifically telling you what to do to get off to a fast start over the next 90 days and put yourself on that path to the financial freedom security, and fun of the people that you've been hearing this evening. So thank you for joining us. I hope you had a good time. We had a good time. We'll see you Saturday morning. Same link as you joined us this evening. And see you Saturday morning. Take care now. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.